Instagram growth tactics. Let's talk about the Instagram algorithm. Hello, everyone. I'm Tessa with Ashford Digital. I'm a marketing strategist, and I have Tracy Taylor, who is a social media guru over at TNT Marketing. Hi, Tracy.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. We're talking about one of your favorite platforms, I'm guessing.
You know.
Well, if it's not her, she is required to love it because she does so much social media. But Instagram it's really, really taken over. A lot of people are really impressed with the results that they're getting over on Instagram from a selling standpoint, but also from connecting with their audience and building their tribe. So we wanted to go over the algorithm because I think that a lot of people are still living in the old Instagram world, and they think that certain things are really going to get, like focusing on our feed is going to benefit us, but it's not as much the feed as it is the engagement. So let's dive into some of those tactics, and that is, and we're also going to go through how the algorithm works. First of all, I guess you guys may have remembered, and I don't know, some of you might be new to Instagram, but it used to be chronological. So it used to go, you post, this is all your posts. If somebody wanted to go back through your whole history of posts, they would be able to see everything you've done, right, Tracy?
Yep. Which is kind of fun to do, but then they also say, like, are you stalking somebody?
Right?
Or are you creeping? Whatever the kids call it now. So yes.
It used to be, which is a lot like Facebook with the timeline, right? So but what in all of the search for relevant information, Instagram changed so that it's bringing up relevant posts instead of bringing up the most popular or the ones that got the most comments. And so it totally takes control over your feed. You don't have a lot of control over it and what you see. So the real basis for what Instagram wants is relationships, right, Tracy?
Right.
And it wants that relevance.
And don't let it be too much. I know for me personally, and this is just because I manage other Instagrams, it's very difficult for me to have a business profile and a personal profile. So I have one profile and I just share both on there because I don't know if you have really dove into it lately, but it's so frustrating. You know how you and I both can manage 100 Facebook pages. It doesn't matter on your mobile device because, as we know right now, Instagram is only a mobile platform.
It is. I know. I don't understand Instagram.
I'm so aggravated because let's just be real about it. Facebook owns it. If we already have a desktop, we need a desktop. So come on, Mark Zuckerberg, like get with it for us to be helped. Because here's the thing. On your phone, when you switch back and forth between profiles, you can only do 5.
Right. It maxes out.
And so I would have to have like multiple phones and iPads. So I have to be limited to the people that I can actually help them with Instagram because I can't. So my platform is actually set up as a business platform, but it's my name. It's how people would find me because I have people that wouldn't get it if it was just TNT Marketing. So, but everybody knows me. So I have that set up, but it's very frustrating to be able to do that. So if you have a business and a personal profile and you can do it by yourself, that's great. But if you're also monitoring maybe kids, you have to limit yourself to 5. And so that's kind of my only gripe with it, but
I have several gripes, but that's just because I'm used to the flexibility of Facebook. And I do see that this is a way that, well, it's not even just generational because I think there's a lot of people that are coming over to Instagram. It's not just the younger audience, although it is primarily younger audience, primarily, if we're looking at statistics about Instagram. But really it's about this relationship and it's quick. So I think that the reason why people are spending so much time on Instagram, and this is from a couple of the polls that I did recently, is more, it's fast. I can just double tap. I don't have to go through a lot. There's not a lot of extra steps, right? So one of the biggest things in the algorithm is the relationship. And it's that is done through direct message. So it's either comments or direct message. And so if you want to show up better for Instagram, you have to be engaging your audience. And that means not just posting a picture and then letting it go. You got to actually, if someone comments or likes, chat back with them. And it's not like about sales conversations as much as it is any conversation, like thanks, thumbs up, it doesn't matter, you know.
Thanks for liking my picture, thanks for commenting. And if you're trying to do things, you know, don't forget, one of my favorite things with Instagram is the hashtags, because that creates awareness, and you can use up to statistically 30 hashtags in an Instagram post. Now there is go back and forth. Do you put them all in your message, or do you use them as comments? Because I've been known sometimes, if I'm going to be busy for the day, I'm like, oh, I got to do all my Instagram stuff this morning. And I advocate to post on Instagram throughout the day all the time. But sometimes for me, I have to grab that 10 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll run those through, and as people like them, I'll run back through and add a comment and put some hashtags in there to create additional awareness. And that makes it easier on myself.
Yes.
But I will say this. You can get sucked into Instagram.
I think you can get sucked into any platform.
But it's a different thing, Lo. It's a different animal, y'all. Like I can, you know, we're on Facebook a lot during the day, and I can literally go, you know, I can get home and I'll be looking, I'm like, holy crap, I just spent an hour on Instagram. What have I done? Like,
it's true. It's a black hole. But if you're strategic, there's a couple things. Obviously, with the strategies, so first of all, I don't know if I said this, guys. I know we have a couple people popping in now. We're talking Instagram growth strategies, and we're going to talk about the algorithm, what you can do, and then we're giving you some ideas on how to make that not a giant time suck of your life. I actually have a client that is, a huge following, 174,000 followers.
Yes.
And all the comments and time that goes into that is overwhelming. And then posting good content, it's exhausting. So
it's very exhausting.
Right. So number one was the direct. It's your relationship. It's interest based. So algorithm is looking for interest. Who's interested in you and what are you interested in? It's a dual track. So if you are thinking about how can I get followers, grow your base, this is about finding people with like-minded ideas or background. Maybe, for example, if you were into camping, and you're following people who've got these awesome hiking pictures and they're going all around the world. Like if you have a business that is camp gear, you're going to want to follow those people that have the awesome photos. We had a camper van in Kauai, and we had people that would come do photos in the van as they're traveling, and it was amazing. They did great photos. They had awesome profiles. They grow our business. We grow theirs, because we're putting out their stuff. We're giving them money or giving them a place to stay. Right. But you have to think about how can I build true, real relationships in Instagram world, right? And then beyond that, it's the people that are interested in what you're doing. You want to make sure that you're putting out valuable content, that it's something that they're going to care about, and it's something that they can actually do something with. We do these lives we could, Tracy and I could definitely hop on Instagram and do a live about the same exact topic, and that would be a really wise use of our time. In fact, we should do that.
Right. Well, we're getting
there.
But seriously, thinking about it, because that's something that we talk about. And if we tell you guys to do it, then we are in there and we're thinking about it. So, this holds us accountable too. And I did a webinar or podcast this morning with a Knoxville show. And one of the things that I told them was it's money-making activities.
Right.
And these are money-making activities. But the other thing I said was, you have challenge yourself in the next 90 days. Do something outside of your comfort zone.
Yes.
And
that means getting out there.
Live. Maybe it's Instagram. I'm getting ready to change some software up this week. And I'm going to have to call Tessa and be like, okay, walk me through this because I don't know what I'm doing.
We've done a lot of those.
Yeah. And so, step outside your comfort zone and get your stuff going in the next 90 days.
Yes. And this is definitely just do it. But that I think it's a lot easier than people think. They are paranoid because it is going live. So we've talked about this. We did the video ones. We talked about how you just have to put yourself out there, and you guys have seen us test like crazy. If you're on any of my test accounts following, it's hilarious. So just do it from that perspective in the beginning and say, hey, I'm testing this out. I'm trying to get familiar with it. They're not going to be as hard on you as you think they are.
Hi. And Instagram.
Oh, hey. Thanks for popping over, Leticia. Oh, yeah. I adore her.
Yay. Thanks for coming on with us.
Yeah. If you are watching live, #live. If you're watching the replay, #replay. As we're going through these, we want to get your feedback. What is it that you are having trouble with on Instagram? Is there anything that we can help you with on our tutorials and be your guinea pigs for? So number 2 is actually timeliness. And this is, Tracy's great about posting multiple times a day, and it's about having content that's relevant and recent. Not only, but it's looking at a couple of things. How often are people spending on your posts? Like how often are they in how often are they in Instagram? So like me, I keep it to a bare minimum. So I try not to be in all that much. They know that maybe I might look at Instagram for a max of 30 minutes and then I have to cut myself off or I'll be in it all day. So they know that there's specific things that I'm going to do. And I am I take XYZ actions. So it's going to show posts that are relevant at that time. So I'm not going to see as many of the accounts that I'm following in my feed because I only spend a tiny bit of time. So it's going to only show the most relevant posts to me. So some people are like, well, I don't understand. Why don't I see your posts? It's probably because you don't spend enough time to really have the algorithm pick up that you should get more. Yeah. And then the second thing is time that is being spent when you're scrolling. So let's say frequency of use is like how many days in a row, almost. Think of it as like how often do you come in? Once a week? Do you come in often? And then time on the session. So either 5 minutes or either 45 minutes. Right. And then the other thing is if you're following 100 accounts versus 2, you're more likely to make it to the end. I love when people say, I made it to the end of the internet when they're going through like Instagram, they actually hit a bottom, which I cannot even imagine that you can. No. But I follow too many accounts. So the truth is that people are not going to see your posts if they're following a whole bunch or you are following a whole bunch. You're probably not going to get fully caught up. So just know that. But it is hard. And so it's looking at all these things. It's literally looking at the patterns. And we're not even talking about ads. So think we're just talking organic posts now.
Next week. Next week is paid ads on social media. That's what it's going to be. There I came up with what we're going to talk about. So have fun.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. So the other thing that I just wanted to point out to you guys is that it doesn't matter if you are a creator, business, personal, whether your brand is organic or branded. That's literally been, in fact, I was trying to put it up on my screen, but it doesn't affect your feed ranking. No. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, if I become a business, it's not going to be as kind to me. Well, that's not the case, according to Instagram and their recent releases. And it doesn't matter if it's branded or organic, but think about what people want. Do they want a branded, heavily graphically illustrated post or not?
And I noticed a great deal when I changed my account over to a business account. I noticed an increase. I noticed an increase in followers. I noticed an increase in engagement. Guess what, guys? It's mostly free, FREE. And occasionally when I boost a post on Facebook, it'll say, would you like to also boost on Instagram? And I say yes.
Interesting.
It's more bang for your buck across the platforms because Facebook owns Instagram. So therefore we get to share the ad money. And it's super cool.
Yeah. And like Oh, I can't wait to talk about ads. I'm restraining. So out of the things that we've talked about, I know we always talk more than we expect. We have so much to share. So here's 8 things that you guys can do to utilize the algorithm to your benefit, right? So post consistently. That's one of Tracy's favorites. Consistently, at least try. I mean, like some people, you have to set realistic goals. If you never post, go for like 2, 2 per week. 2 per week. Like just get some. I mean, like I'm saying that some people have never posted. So if you never ever post, give yourself like a realistic goal. And if you set daily, when you first get going, you're going to burn out. I've seen so many people that are like, oh man, I just gave up. It was like 3 days and I gave up. So do realistic goals in the beginning and then work your way up to daily and then, but schedule them. Guys, use the tools. Now, there are a couple programs that can actually truly schedule. So Hootsuite, Agora Pulse, some have access to the old APIs. They were grandfathered in, so you don't have to have it come to your phone and push it through. So definitely utilize that so that you are able to kind of make it work. Now, does Instagram change that if it's going through a program versus organically? We haven't seen enough statistics to say either way. So I wouldn't say yes, it's absolutely going to underperform. I haven't seen the statistics on any of our posts on that. So posting consistently, keep an eye on your analytics. This is crazy because at first I didn't even know that Instagram could show me the data that it can. It's like, that there's some little report on it, but you really don't see the benefit. There was a big study that was done as far as boosting and how much of a benefit that is. And it does show that it does increase a lot when you do the advertising or boosting we're going to talk about too. But look at your analytics, because if you're posting something and it's not getting any views, go beyond the post though. So beyond the little number that says that people have viewed it and comments, like go into the back end of Instagram. When you have your post up, you can swipe up and see the statistics on the post. You can find out a lot more information about your audience. Plus there's tools like I know with Agora Pulse, I can see all of my audience information in the back end. So I could make choices or like decide if I'm going to do extra promotion when I need to, or what content was popular. So you can see that. Okay, so remix, reuse, repost top performing content. Okay,
Praise Jesus. Remix, reuse, and repurpose content. Like highlight it in neon yellow, put your little prayer hands together and just, yes.
Right? But it's about like stories. So there's so many things on Instagram. It's just crazy, but you can post to your regular feed. You can put something on IGTV. You can turn that IGTV into a post on your Instagram. Then you can take your IGTV and turn it into a highlight, or a story first. Then you can highlight. Guys, there's so many ways that you can do it. And who's to say you have to only do one story about a specific post? If you put something awesome up on Instagram, on IGTV, put it up as multiple stories.
And you can do so many things with that stuff, and you want to use it and you want to use all the things. And think about this. I'm just going to interject one quick thing because Tessa's got a ton of more good tips and it's amazing. Follow and find your influencers and be active with them.
Like tag them, kind of participate.
Like, comment, share their stuff to your story, get active with them. That's part of the algorithms is how much, just like with LinkedIn, you can have your, the SSI score or whatever it is. It tells you in there specifically, how much do you like, comment, and share? How much is this? How much content are you posting? When are you posting? It's the same thing everywhere, but every platform doesn't give you a score.
Right.
So the more active, I know, good Lord, the more active you are on your platform, no matter what it be, the more results you're going to get out of it.
Right. And when we're talking about repurposing, there's a couple of things. Turn a video into an animated GIF or a still. So if you did a video like today, Tracy and I could make, like thumbs up or something and put it on as an image. turn a series of photos into a slideshow or a video carousel.
Yes.
So you can definitely do that too. And that's a totally different look on the feed than your original posts.
Exactly.
Use multiple images so you know your layouts. So apps, there's tons of apps. You can get really creative with your, unbelievable. But Canva, I know, Canva has the layout piece now. So there's stories and layouts and templates, and you can put video in Canva and turn it into a video. So
Canva is like upping their game huge. I keep getting emails that they've added new stuff and changed and added, and I am 1000% impressed with what they're doing. And honestly, we probably wouldn't have it if we weren't dealing with this COVID mess. So we're going to just go ahead and say high five. Thank you.
Thank you for improving Canva always. It's wonderful. It is a really big tool. We still use Photoshop occasionally because there's some things Canva can't do, but definitely use it. And then the next, actually, I'm going to speed through these, but reward your audience with basically keep them engaged, right? User-generated content is great to say, hey, audience is tagging me and putting something on my story. I'm going to share that. Does that make sense? So if people put up great stuff or say a compliment about you or a review, or they say that was awesome show, we should be screenshotting and turning that into stories or posts, or whatever we can. So utilize it.
Yes.
One of the profiles that I was working with, they were running a contest about comments, and they have this awesome little video of like different comments coming up until the winner, which stops. And I thought, that was pretty creative of them.
I like that.
To come up with, because it was actually rewarding the audience. Like even if they didn't win, they put the time in to put this, to craft a comment that was really, it took time, and they were great comments. So super cool. And that you guys should follow. It's Fred Carey, official Fred Carey, Cary. He's motivational, and he's doing a lot.
What'd you say? Hold on. If you're listening live or when you do the replay, go follow this person, because Tessa will send him a bill for mentioning him on our webinar. We were going to do
influencers.
We're going to do something. You said official. Hold on.
Official.
Fred
Carey, Cary. Instagram, and it's all it's entrepreneurial. But it's more than that. I would say it's more than that. He's doing inspirational, like mindset, but that's, you can see the little video on there. He's very trendy.
We are all connected. If you're following us, connect with us on Instagram, because we're more than just on Facebook.
Oh my gosh, yes. Everywhere. YouTube over there.
Right? We have all kinds of stuff going on. So
So, and like Tracy said, collaborate with like minds. I think we're great on that. That's a really good one. And then really just, do the relationship building. Like actually take time to get to know people. Spend time seeing their content, go through their profile, like some things, like be real and build relationships. Don't just slam through it because it's social media. It's a great platform. All right. Oh yeah. And hashtags. That's the last one. I think I'll go through.
That is my favorite.
Yes. So hashtags, and Instagram is very good at the hashtag base and getting you to the topics that you want to learn about. Not as good as Snapchat, because Snapchat is actually dominating the hashtag industry, but it's better than Facebook. Although Facebook just announced that they are also, it's more effective. They've added the technology to be more effective on their Facebook, on their hashtags.
To use more. They're asking you to use more now. So
and over on Facebook, it's not the 30. Right. No. 30 on Instagram.
No. Stick it. I say if you're going to do it right now, especially on a business platform, kind of do what we've suggested before. So put like 1 to 3 in your post. But the best way that Facebook is utilizing, I can't even speak because I did that other podcast already this morning.
I know, we're just wearing Tracy out.
No, it's awesome. I'm so excited. So the thing that you want to do is on Facebook, you can also do it on Instagram, but use your hashtag in the sentence. And then if you have something and somebody makes a comment about it, add some in your comments.
Yes.
And that's a great thing to do if you're boosting a post or, and anything like that. We'll get more into that next week. It'll be paid ads. And then the following week might be hashtags, because
hashtag research is really interesting.
And so we want to do that. And that's what you need to do.
Yep. So we're going to come back. We'll circle back with you guys. We're here every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Definitely follow and hit the bell to get notified when we go live after this video. And we also have 2 links in our post. So one is for questions and answers. So if you want us to answer questions for you online, please submit your questions. We want this to be about what you guys need, not about what we want. So if we're bringing this as our gift to entrepreneurs that want to, and not just entrepreneurs, anybody that wants to do anything with their social. The other thing to know, guys, is that we have a couple resources for you, and you can always reach us, direct message either of us. We're on the posts, and or reach out to ashforddigital.com or tntmarketing.guru. That's where you guys can find us if you have any other questions. So we'll see you guys next
week.
Thank you all for being here.
Have a good rest of your week, guys. See ya.